Real power is never loud. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't step forward. In the world we live in, true power belongs to the one who doesn't come forward, who doesn't make noise, but controls everything silently like a shadow. Ayanokoji Kiyotaka, from Classroom of the Elite, is a character who speaks less, yet every game is played by his rules. His manipulation is so quiet that the other person believes they are making their own choices, when in reality, they are just a pawn. Because real power hides in silence, in the dark, in the shadows. To manipulate like Ayanokoji means bending someone's thoughts, ego, and perception quietly, without force, giving them the illusion that they are winning, while in truth, you're the one who always wins. In this video, we'll learn 5 of Ayanokoji's darkest and most effective manipulation tactics that you can apply in your real life without anyone realizing that you're the one controlling the game from behind. Here, you don't need to shout, you just need to trigger thoughts so that people start following your cues willingly, believing they're making their own decisions while becoming your pawn. Welcome to the world of shadow manipulation. 1. Building a network. Ayanokoji's first move is never about becoming popular or acting like a leader. He simply does one thing. He strategically selects people and builds a network that gives him indirect power. But how does he do it? He connects with people, not to seek sympathy, but to understand their psychology. He knows who can be useful, when, and how. What can you do? Start identifying people in your life whose position, reach, or influence can help you move forward. Be it friends, colleagues, or acquaintances. Connect with them. Understand their needs and goals. Help them sincerely. When the time comes, you've already built trust and goodwill. Ayanokoji never chases anyone. He simply becomes someone people underestimate, and that becomes his strength. Remember, if you hang out with losers, the world will see you as one. But if you're on the radar of winners, eventually you'll begin to control the game like they do. 2. Keeping your cards close to your chest. Ayanokoji never plays the game openly. He never reveals his intentions, his strategy, or his goals. Because the moment people know your plan, they will either try to stop you or try to act before you. Ayanokoji remains silent, but he calculates everything. So what can you do? If you're working on something big, don't tell everyone. People won't get inspired. They'll become jealous, doubtful, and start looking for your flaws. Until your plan is complete, keep a low profile. Use silence as a weapon. The less people know, the more control you'll have. Take an example. You're working on a competitive project. If you tell others how hard you're working, they may copy you or try to break you. But if you work quietly like Ayanokoji, when the results come, people will be shocked. Remember, power isn't in making noise. Power is in control. 3. Manipulating people's perception. Ayanokoji's biggest delusion is that he makes the world believe he's average, powerless, and an introvert. While in reality, he's the mastermind behind the entire game. People underestimate him, and that's where his manipulation begins. What can you do? Start by designing your own perception. You must decide what you want others to see. For example, even if you're highly capable, show yourself as simple and harmless. Only when people underestimate you will you gain the ability to control them quietly. Instead of talking too much, be a strategy. Use your dressing, body language, and tone to project a specific image. Just like Ayanokoji sends the signal, "I'm not a threat," then when you make your move, the other person won't be prepared, and you'll take full control from the inside. Pro tip: people become what they appear to be, so why not appear as something that hides your true intentions? 4. Using other people's weaknesses. Ayanokoji doesn't shout to defeat someone. He silently finds their weak spot and strikes exactly there. He doesn't need to fight. He makes people work against themselves using only psychology. What can you do? Observe like a hunter, not like a normal person. Who craves approval? Who is insecure? Who fears rejection? Who always wants to appear dominant? Then gently press that weakness so that they get caught in their own emotions. Example: if someone is overconfident, just say softly, "Are you sure? This doesn't seem like your level of work." Now they'll exhaust themselves trying to prove you wrong, and you'll just sit and watch. Or if a girl is attention-seeking, ignore her in public and watch how she becomes desperate to prove her value. Ayanokoji constantly searches for people's psychological pressure points and then softly presses them over and over until they break. Remember, why fight when you can make the other person defeat themselves? 5. Using information to your advantage. Ayanokoji never directly threatens anyone. He quietly observes and uses what they're trying to hide to control them. He knows every person has a secret, a mask, or a guilt. And when you know that truth, you can control the entire person like a puppet. What can you do? Start gathering information without asking, without telling. Just absorb quietly. What are they afraid of? What makes them emotional? Precise timing, sometimes to support, sometimes to manipulate, or even to blackmail, so subtly that they don't even realize it. Example. Suppose you know a girl desperately wants a promotion. When you need her to do something, casually say, "Right now, the boss is watching everything." People who aren't showing initiative are getting fired. Now, driven by fear and greed, she'll do your work believing it was her own choice. Information plus control equals power. Ayanokoji never fights. He quietly grabs people's dark secrets and slowly turns them into puppets. So these were Ayanokoji Kiyotaka's 5 manipulation tactics through which you can control anyone. Remember this, manipulation isn't always evil, but if you learn to control it, no one can stop you. And if you feel you're not ready yet, maybe you're just a puppet in someone else's game. If you found this video powerful, give it a like. This channel isn't for everyone, and it was never meant to be. If you're ready to understand what's actually happening beneath the words, tone, and silence, you know where to go. The Dark Influence Guide is in the bio. Use it wisely because once you see the game, you can't pretend it isn't being played.